Zenless Zone Zero version 1.5 update was released a few days ago. And as we know, one of the most awaited updates is the presence of a new characters in this version, Astra Yao. Well, this is quite understandable, considering that Astra Yao has a beautiful and graceful character design. But one thing that is most interesting to me personally is that Astra Yao has very interesting support abilities. Even in one of her kits, which is in the ultimate section, she can heal all the team members. Interesting, isn't it? Because I got the opportunity to get Astra Yao in version 1.5, so in this video we will immediately discuss in full about the full guide of Astra Yao version 1.5. Let's do this. Do you have a character or weapon in the game that you really want but you don't have enough stellar jades? Here's a smarter way to recharge your favorite games like Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail. Look no further than Loot Bar. Loot Bar is the most reliable top-up platform. It saves up to 20% for all orders compared with the official channel, and it provides an 80% off for your first purchase. It's 100% safe as you will only be using your UID. We will buy pack for 3,000 stellar jades for $42, which otherwise would have costed $50. Totally saving $7.5. We received the crystals we purchased in the less than 3 minutes. All recharges will be done through the official channel with MiHoYo, which allows you to enjoy all top-up offers. Ready to level up your gaming experience? Check the link in the description to get the amazing discount. Okay, before we get into the rest of her kit, let's get some basic information about Astra Yao. Astra Yao is a new character that appeared in version 1.5. She has the Ether attribute with a support role in this game. So many people make comparisons between Astra Yao and Nicole, considering that they both have the same role and attributes. Even if we compare the base stats between these two characters, they both have little resemblance, both in terms of HP and energy regeneration, although Astra Yao has a slightly higher attack status. Well, this is quite understandable, but in reality, Astra Yao has a slightly different playstyle, which I personally find quite fun, considering she is an off-field character. One of the most important things to know about Astra Yao is her ability in special attack section called Wind Chimes and Oaths. Astra Yao does not have EX special attack version like characters in general. Therefore, activating this ability does not require any energy. When you activate this ability, you enter the Idly Cadenza mode. Now, this mode is Astra Yao's main set. When you enter Idly Cadenza mode, you will provide a 24% increase in damage to all team members and a 31% increase in critical damage. In addition, when Astra Yao in this mode, she gets an increase in interrupt attacks and the damage she takes from enemies is reduced by 40%. Pretty good, isn't it? Well, there are a few things you should know about this mode. Unlike some existing characters, you cannot move while in this mode. Yes, you can't move around freely like normal, but you can still dodge by pressing the dodge button. In addition to being able to dodge, you can also attack enemies in this mode by pressing the basic attack button. There are 3 types of attacks you can perform in this mode, namely Basic Attack Interlude, Basic Attack Chorus, and Basic Attack Finale. For Basic Attack Interlude, it's a standard basic attack that hits the enemy with an attack called Tremolo and causes ether damage. As for Basic Attack Chorus, if you attack during perfect dodge, it will launch several tremolo pieces in front of the enemy and produce massive ether damage. Then for the final basic attack, Basic Attack Finale, if you hold down the basic attack button in Idly Cadenza mode, it will attack the enemy with Tremolo, activate the chain attack, and get a buff from the core passive that can increase your attack by 1200 points. Cool, right? Apart from some of the information just given, there is one more thing you should know about this special attack, and that is the existence of special mechanic called court. Astra Yao's court number is located at the bottom of the character, in the form of the colorful crystal. For every 25 energy you have, Astra Yao will get 1 court, with a maximum of 4 courts that can be obtained. What can you do with this court? When you have courts, the unique quick assist will be triggered while you are in Idly Cadenza. In order to trigger the unique quick assist with quartz, there are two methods that can be used. The first is when the characters attack the enemy, which can be triggered every 3 seconds. And the second is when the character performs a heavy attack, which can be triggered every 1 second. The next question is, what if we don't have enough quartz? If you don't have enough quartz, this unique quick support effect won't trigger. So you need to have a high enough energy regeneration so that the quartz stack is always full. One small note I have to say here is that with Astra Yao, who has enough chords, you can trigger one unique assist called Precise Assist. This assist can be triggered when we press the switch button when triggering a quick assist, which will cause additional damage to the enemy. Now we will try to move on to another part of the set, which is her ultimate called Fantasian Sonata. The effect of this ultimate is that when used, Astro Yao will inflict massive ether damage on the enemy, 2950 HP, and after using this skill, Astro Yao will enter an ideal cadenza and replace two quick assists with chain attacks. Now at the first glance, you must already know that this is a very good skill, even quite revolutionary among existing characters. How could it not be? Astro Yao is the first character that can restore HP to the entire team. This makes our team's survivability better, and of course, this skill will be very useful when used in battle towers that require supports that can increase survivability. Well, pretty cool, isn't it? Next, we move on to another interesting part, which is Astro Yao's core passive called Graceful Andante. When in ideal cadenza mode, if a character enters through quick assist, chain attack, defensive assist, or evasive assist, both Astro Yao and the upcoming character will receive an additional attack equal to 35% of Astro Yao's attack, up to a maximum of 1200 attack. This effect lasts for 20 seconds and can be extended to 30 seconds with repeated triggers. Okay, so most of you should have understood the explanation of her core passive, but I will explain it a bit more. Basically, this core passive has an effect that is slightly similar to the effects of several characters who have similar kits, such as Sokaku. But unlike Sokaku, who can only provide similar attack boosts, Astro Yao can provide a higher attack boost, which is 1200 attack, in an easier way than Sokaku because she does not need to consume anything to activate this effect. But one thing to note about this core passive is that to maximize the effect of this core passive, we need to have at least 3400 attack points to be able to provide the full 1200 attack to other team members. In fact, this number seems quite high, so we need to have a disk drive with a good substat to be able to reach it. Discussing her core passive would feel incomplete if we didn't discuss the effects of her extra ability called Moonlight Frenzy. This extra ability will only be active when we pair Astro Yao with other characters who play the role of both attackers and anomaly in the team. The effect of this extra ability is that when we use up energy while triggering Precise Assist or Basic Attack Finale, then Astro Yao will deal 1 tremolo damage and 3 tone clusters. Now, one thing we need to understand here is that although Astro Yao is recommended to be paired with Role Attacker and Anomalies, not all characters with Role Attacker and Anomalies will be able to maximize her entire set. For example, characters like Jendu do not need the critical damage. Overall, this bonus has an effect that is not mandatory to activate, but when you activate the effect of this bonus, Astro Yao will produce some pretty good extra damage that will help increase the overall damage output of the team. We will also talk about Astro Yao's MINDSCAPE in this video, because MINDSCAPE 1, called 12 Tone Equal Temperament, has 3 very interesting effects. The first effect is that when Astro Yao attacks the enemy's all attribute resistance will be reduced by 6%, which can be stacked 3 times with a duration of 30 seconds. The second effect is that when Astro Yao enters battle, she will immediately gain 1000 decibel. And for the third effect, when using the ultimate, all teams will get 1 stack of Song of Protection for 60 seconds, and when attacked by the enemy, it will consume from the Song of Protection and gain invulnerability for 1 second. The MINDSCAPE 1 effect is really interesting. How could it not be? With MINDSCAPE 1, the enemy will get a reduction in resistance attribute by 18%, which will certainly be able to increase the damage we produce. Besides, the effect of Song of Protection will be very useful when fighting enemies who have a large attack, such as in Battle Tower mode. So MINDSCAPE 1 is worth getting. As for the effect of MINDSCAPE 2, called Art of Greed, namely the buff that comes from Astro Yao's core passive, it will increase by 19%, with a maximum of 400 added. Then in Idyllic Cadenza mode, when the character enters the battle via Quick Assist, Chain Assist, Defensive Assist, or Evasive Assist, Astro Yao will launch 1 Tremolo and 3 Tone Clusters to attack. Now the effect of this MINDSCAPE is also quite good. With MINDSCAPE 2, the additional attack that can be given to team members is 1600 attack. This is of course very big, guys. On top of that, Astro Yao will also provide additional attacks when experiencing Quick Assists, which will certainly increase her damage output. And next we go to MINDSCAPE 4, Hair Upon Your Neck. after activating the chain attack or ultimate, in 15 seconds Astro Yao will trigger a quick assist even though it has no cords. If the attack hits the enemy, the duration is reduced to 1. As for the second effect of this Mindscape, when in the ideal cadenza, the quick assist will provide additional buffs based on the role of the incoming character. For attacker characters, a quick assist attack on the enemy will deal additional damage equal to 300% of Astra Yao's attack. For anomaly characters, a quick assist attacks will receive an additional 50% anomaly build-up. And for stun characters, a quick assist attacks will cause 50% additional stun. Well, honestly, this is very interesting Mindscape, especially at the end of the effect, which can provide additional buffs depending on the role of the characters on the team. So, the presence of Astro Yao in the team can affect all characters regardless of their role. But unfortunately, there are two roles that do not get the buff effect here, namely characters with defender and support roles. As for Mindscape 6, called We Are the World, when in ideal cadenza, the damage caused by tremolo and tone clusters will increase by 200%, and the critical rate will increase by 80%. Then, in the next effect, when using precise assist, Astra Yao will unleash an additional basic attack called Capriccio, with an additional 80% critical rate. This effect can only be triggered every 10 seconds, guys. Do I need to talk about this very good effect? The effect of this Mindscape 6 is very good. It can even be said to increase the total damage output by Astra Yao because of the 80% critical rate increase. Well, this is quite reasonable because this Mindscape is hard to get. Now it's time to talk about Astro Yao's signature W engine called Elegant Vanity. This W engine has a pretty good effect, because in the advanced status, this W engine will increase the user's attack by 30%. In addition, when a team member enters the battle with a quick assist, chain attack, defensive assist, or evasive assist, the user will gain 5 energy. This effect can be triggered every 5 seconds. In addition, when we use 25 energy or more, the team's damage is increased by 10%. Which can be stacked twice and lasts 20 seconds. Now honestly, this is a W engine that is very suitable for Astra Yao. Since Astro Yao requires a fairly high attack status, the extra 30% attack is very helpful, especially if you don't have a disk drive with a good substat. In addition, the effect of this W engine is quite good, you know. Indirectly, we will get an additional 5 energy every 5 seconds because Astro Yao will be very easy to trigger quick assists. Of course, this additional energy will be able to replace the energy regeneration status it needs. What about the additional damage that this W engine produces? The effect of this additional damage from this W engine is also quite good, you know? With a 20% damage increase for 20 seconds, this effect becomes kind of permanent when used by Astra Yao, because Astra Yao automatically consumes 25 energy through the cord mechanism she has. Okay, next up is build discussion. As I explained earlier, Astra Yao is a support character, which requires quite a bit of attack. On top of that, she also needs energy regeneration status to be able to launch her kit properly. So, the best disc drive she can use right now is 4-piece set from Astral Voice. Yes, as the name suggests, this drive is very suitable for Astral Yao because it can increase the attack in the effect of 2-piece set, and the effect of the 4-piece set can be triggered easily because Astral Yao's kit often triggers a quick assist. What about the other 2-piece set? For the other 2-piece set, you can use Swing Jazz to increase its energy regeneration, or you can use Hormone Punk to increase your attack if your attack cannot reach 3,400 points at present. As for the choice of W engine she uses, the best one is definitely her signature W engine called Elegant Vanity. As I explained earlier, Elegant Vanity provides all the needs that Astro Yao needs, starting from adding attack, energy, and also permanently increasing damage for the whole team. So this W engine is the best W engine right now. What about the optional W engines that can be used? Besides Elegant Vanity, you can also use other W engines if you don't want to take them. There are several choices you can use. The first being Whipping Cradle. Rina's signature W engine can also be used. Although this W engine does not have the addition of attack to its advanced stats, it does have the effect of increasing the energy regeneration gained from Astral Yao, so it's ideal for use. In addition to the Whipping Cradle, you can also use Nicole's W engine called the Vault. This W engine also has an effect that can still be used by Astra Yao, can increase energy regeneration on advanced stats. In addition, using this W engine can also increase the damage done to the target by 15%. Not bad for an option. For status recommendations that you can use are as follows. Finally, we come to the last discussion in this video, which is the best teammates to accompany Astro Yao in the battle. Since Astro Yao is a character that has a very universal buff, she can actually be paired with many combinations. But for the best units that can be paired with Astro Yao are characters that use attack-based status and critical damage as their main kit. The first character that I think might be the best candidate to pair with Astro Yao is Miyabi. Yes, as I explained earlier, Astro Yao can also be paired with units with anomaly roles like Miyabi that require attack buffs and also critical damage. So the combination of teams like Miyabi, Yanagi, and Astro Yao, or Miyabi, Burnice, and Astro Yao is a very good combination to use because each of these characters support each other. It doesn't feel right not to mention Alan here. Alan is probably quite similar to Miyabi, since Alan needs a lot of basic stats like attack and critical damage to perform better. It's clear that Astra Yao can be used optimally for her. For a combination of characters you can use like Alan, Lycaon, and Astra Yao. Okay, the third character that feels very appropriate to be paired with Astra Yao is of course Zhu Yuan. Well, Zhu Yuan has the same attribute as Astra Yao, which is Ether, so we don't need to ask about the combination between the two. Zhu Yuan is a burst type character that needs a lot of attack and also critical damage to be able to do good damage. So Astro Yao is very suitable to support the set. The combination of Zhu Yuan, Qingyi, and also Astro Yao is a very good combination to use because each of these units can support each other's kits. Okay guys, maybe that's all for this video. What do you think? If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section down below. And don't forget to check out my other videos, because they are no less cool. Thanks for watching, stay safe, stay healthy, and see you in the next video.